Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to my Buckeye Wars series. Now, about the same time that we were having Buckeye Wars in the summertime and in the spring and whenever time we had to get up in the hills, we were also going to school, of course, and it was right about 7th or 8th grade. And we had a teacher who, chemistry class, science, maybe it's just science class, but this was a chemistry lesson. He showed us how to make hydrogen in a test tube and then light it, and it would go whoop. And we thought that was the coolest thing since sliced bread. My buddy, being the smart man that he was, or the smart kid at the time, jotted down the recipe on how to make that. And when we got home, exaggerated that recipe. Yeah, baby. We ended up making hydrogen in a Coke bottle instead of a test tube. And it got hot. So we had to use a, what would you call that? Kind of like a metal, what was it called? It was made of metal and a little basin, I guess you would call it. And we would fill it with ice water. And I was the guinea pig. I had on some really heavy black rubber gloves, and I was holding the bottle, and we applied the recipe. And no, I'm not going to tell you the recipe. And we had balloons ready, because we wanted to make hydrogen balloons. And my buddy had it all planned out on how we were going to do it, but I was the guinea pig, and I had to hold the bottle under the water because it got red hot. And all of a sudden, the balloon would fill with hydrogen that was being made from the recipe that was inside the Coke bottle. And we took these balloons and we tied them off, and we had, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them. And we decided we were going to let those go at dusk and light them. We took the first one, and it had a string attached to it, and we lit the string thinking that it would be like a wick. Didn't work. Our first one got away from us, and we're like, damn it, we want it to explode. And so my buddy went inside and got a paper towel. We tied a paper towel to it, and then went out into the middle of the street and lit the paper towel and let it go. And it went up and went up and went up and went up, and then bam! Oh my God. It was nuts. It blew up like nothing else. It was so cool. And we did this several times. And the neighborhood was kind of looking at us like, what the hell is going on? And my dad thought we were crazy, but we didn't give a shit. We did it anyway. And my buddy got more and more creative. He had solar igniters. And that's what he called them. And I still don't quite understand. But he would connect like you remember those batteries that were kind of a block, and they had a little spring type thing on top of them? I don't know if they were 9-volt batteries, or they were pretty. They were like this, and about that wide, and they had these little springs sticking up on them. Anyway, he would attach some wire to that, and then attach it to the solar igniter, and the solar igniter would, create a little spark, and that was enough to create a detonator. Now, he had trash cans upside of his house in the side yard, and we stuck wires down into it, and the solar igniter down into it, and one of these balloons down into it, and stood a distance away because we had plenty of wire, and lit the well, not lit, but touched the wire to make the detonation take place, and blew the lid right off the top of the trash can, and it went sailing. I mean, pretty decent boom. And he thought, oh my God, we got some serious power here. And the side yard was like your typical side yard. There was all kinds of junk lying around, and there just happened to be an old typewriter, and he stuck another balloon in there, another solar igniter, the wires going in there, and so we could stand a distance away, and he put a typewriter on top of the trash can. And boom, it sent that typewriter probably 5 or 6 feet up in the air, being blown up from underneath. Well, yeah, the pressure of the explosion lifted the typewriter about 5 to 6 feet. I was astonished. I'm just like, holy shit. This guy, he loved to blow shit up. And I was kind of the sidekick. I was his Robin to his Batman. And I'm surprised we didn't blow our hands off. I'm surprised we didn't get in trouble from parents or the cops or somebody, because we were making some serious noise. Thank you, bud. What a hell of a way to grow up. Anyway, thank you for listening.